move a little bit.
Or come closer to me. Come on closer, baby.
Is it live? No.
It is live, yes.
Is it?
In stream. Yeah, must be live. Let's see. Okay, if you got, we were just like 5 minutes early, so we're just going to hang out for 5 minutes. But if you guys okay.
That was funny.
All right, so if you got, let me just actually close that. If you guys are on and you can see us and you can hear us, let us know in the chat. But like I said, we're 5 minutes early, so
let us know in the chat.
Comencemos.
Okay, everybody there. Everybody's so creative.
Everybody's so creative.
Okay.
Hello from Cozumel. Ah, hey Chris, that's awesome.
Chris Latham. Hi Chris, can you hear us? Can you hear us properly? Last time we have
an issue with the audio. So we're actually so last time we did awesome. So last time we did our live stream, we were at our own house, but our internet connection is so bad. Yeah. But now we're in Giovanni's brother's house, and it's much better.
And it is snowing in the back.
It's not snowing, but it's actually very chilly. Well, for us, it's very chilly here in Playa right now. Should we turn the sound on that a little bit? No, it might be a bit distracting. Hey, yeah.
Okay, we start in 3 minutes?
Yeah, in 3 minutes we'll start, yeah.
So cool. Hola from Vancouver, Canada.
Awesome. Hi.
Hi. Another one say hi.
It must be chilly in Vancouver right now.
Is it snowing right now?
I think it snows more like in January. I don't know.
I don't know.
All I can tell you is that if you were in Playa right now, you probably wouldn't find it that cold. But everyone who lives in Playa thinks that it's freezing right now. Hello from Villas del Sol. Oh my gosh, hi. You're very close to us. No snow yet. Okay.
I like to see the snow one.
Yeah. So Giovanni and I, I saw snow once, but not really. It was in New Zealand, and the bus driver that I was with, he drove all the way to the top of the mountain for me to see the snow, but it was kind of like icy. Mm-hmm. That's the only time I ever saw snow, but I don't consider it as seeing snow. So neither of us have seen snow, but we'd really, really like to go to Canada sometime.
Or anywhere
where it snows. But anyways, I really want to see Canada, specifically like Banff when it's snowing. Ooh, looks so beautiful.
How do you know Banff?
Okay. Lots of rain. Oh no. Oh, cold and rainy. Oh no.
But it's nice as well. Well,
no, moving outside, I think when it's cold and rainy. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's like 3 minutes to go. So should we just start?
Should we?
Let's do it.
Should we?
Comencemos.
Let's start it.
Okay. So thank you so much to everyone for joining us this evening. This is our very last live stream, last video of 2023. I keep saying 2024. If you received our email today, the subject actually said, I can't believe 2024 is ending like this. So it's 2023.
Well, Simon from the future send that newsletter.
Yeah. So there's just a few things that we're gonna be talking about, mostly focusing on how things are gonna be changing for us and for our channel.
Hola, Lori.
From Kingston, Ontario. So how things are going to be changing for us next year, because a lot of things have changed in our lives that we haven't told you guys about. And then there's a few questions that we're going to answer that you guys submitted beforehand. And then as soon as we're all done with those questions, we're going to be answering any questions you guys might leave in the chat. So feel free to start leaving all the questions in the chat right now.
Yeah, we will be answering. We will be answering them. And And hi, Angela. Angela.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Lori. Hi, BC. Sorry, it doesn't have everyone's name, but hi, BC. Okay.
All right, you want to start?
Yeah. So let's just see. We've got our handy notes here. I must say, last time, when it was our first live stream, I was so nervous. This time, I'm not nervous at all.
Chill.
I'm very chill. I think it's just the Christmas vibes. So basically next year, right at the beginning of the year, I'm going to be getting my permanent residency, which is so freaking awesome. So basically how it works with temporary residency is every year I have to like renew my residency. But once you've got permanent residency, that's it. Like you don't have to go a step further and get citizenship. I definitely will be going for citizenship because I really want the Mexican passport. My South African passport is so weak. I can't travel anywhere without a visa. It's so bad.
And just something to note about the residency, the permanent residency, it will be technically kind of like Simone will have all of the privileges and benefits of a Mexican citizen without voting. She will not get the voting card and passport until she gets the citizenship. So, but this is another process. We don't know exactly. We still don't know too much about the permanent residency process. We are still on that. Still have a couple of months, but what do you want to say about that?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm excited. Well, I mean, this next year we're hoping to work with Millie from Legally in Mexico to kind of like expedite the whole process for us, because if you guys watched our one video that we did where we spoke about residency, getting residency by yourself here is such a nightmare. Like it is just such a waste of time. So much waiting, and yeah, you guys can just imagine. So yeah, hopefully we'll be going through
to an advisor.
Going through Millie next year, and of course we'll make like a whole video updating you guys on all of that and the process and the costs and all of that. And then I'm not exactly sure, but I think once I get my permanent residency, then I can get a Mexican bank account. And then once I've had a Mexican bank account for a few months and I can speak fluent Spanish, which is leading us on to our next point, then I can get citizenship, which will give me a Mexican passport, which is the aim. That is really what we want. Oh, hello, happy Canuck.
Canuck. Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on to the next point, Spanish. If you guys saw that video, I think it's 2 or 3 videos ago, where I was just talking about my main struggle with living here in Mexico has been making deep connections with people because of the language barrier. Like I've got conversational, no. I've got entry level Spanish.
Transactional.
I've got transactional Spanish. Like we can speak to our neighbor, we can speak to the security guard, we can speak to the
OXXO
attendees. Yeah, the nice people in the dog park. But it's very surface level stuff. But when it comes to actually forming deep, meaningful connections, you really need that conversational level of Spanish, which I do not have. And we actually got, from that video, we got so many responses from you guys saying, oh my gosh, can totally relate. Moving to another country where English is not the first language, it's so difficult to make meaningful relationships and connections and friendships when you don't have conversational or fluency with that language. Some people were like, oh, you've been in Mexico for 4 years, why can't you speak Spanish? With anything you put out on the internet, there's always going to be people that just can't understand that circumstances are different for people. Basically, what my circumstance has been since we moved here is Giovanni and I lost our jobs in the Cayman Islands, and within 4 days we were like, let's move to Mexico, because we really didn't have much of an option. And then about a month or 2 after we moved here, we were like, well, we don't have jobs anymore, so let's start a YouTube channel. And literally since we started that YouTube channel, we've been in our home together for 4 years. I haven't had that opportunity to go out into the world. If I arrived in Mexico and started working in a workplace, by now, I probably would speak Spanish.
Could have been different. There is another South African guy.
Yes, Brian.
Mm-hmm. Brian, it's a fellow South African from Simona, and he works for
Cancun Adventures, I think.
For a water sports company or some tour company, water company. Mm-hmm. And he's I spoke with him only the one time I've met him. He speaks pretty fluent, but he was every day there, 24
when you're put into that environment where you are forced every single day to communicate, you are going to pick up. I mean, within 4 years, by now, if I was working in a workplace, by now I would be fluent. And then also the thing is, Giovanni and I, our natural communication is in English. We do sometimes speak a little bit of Spanish, but eventually it gets to the point where I'm okay, we literally need to talk about real stuff now.
I do actually kind of outside of the house, if we are amongst people, local people, I completely, if she starts speaking to me in English, I reply everything in Spanish. And I mean, it's not to be rude, it's just to be like respectful for the other people who doesn't speak the language, who doesn't speak English. That's what I meant.
But also to push me.
Yeah, to push her, because she can. Actually, we just had some dinner from a street vendor, and she made the order, so she can do this. She's able to. Sometimes it's just that fear, because it happened with me, at least when when I started learning English. So I think it's fine. I mean, it's that fear of making a mistake. I'm not perfect. No one is going to be perfect in a second language. I mean, some people can be very fluent, but
But anyways, my goal for 2024, one of my big goals is to become fluent in Spanish. I don't know exactly how I'm going to make that happen because, well, I mean, we're going to have to start speaking Spanish more often, but I'm not entering a workplace, so that my environment is not changing. But something that I am going to be committing to is daily studying, and I'm going to document that entire process. So I'm going to give myself a year, give it everything I've got. I'm saying this, it's on record now, so hold me accountable. But by this time next year, I'd really
save this video, please.
By this time next year, I really aim to be fluent in Spanish, for a whole lot of reasons. Number one, because I want to actually make meaningful friendships and relationships while I'm here in Mexico. I want to be able to have like a real conversation with Giovanni's mom, not a broken "¿Cómo estás?" kind of conversation. Number two, when we have children, of course we're going to raise them bilingual, and I don't want to be the odd one out not knowing what's going on. Like I want all of us to be able to communicate.
We're going to keep the chisme from the mom.
Exactly. And number three, I'm going to need to know Spanish in order to get my citizenship, which, like I said earlier, it is necessary for me to get a Mexican passport, because my South African passport, shame, I love my country, but that passport is so useless. I literally need visas for everything. So yeah, we'll be documenting that entire process throughout the year. By November, hopefully we will be posting that video where I'm having a full-on conversation in Spanish. You guys, I need to hold me accountable to that. But yeah, that is my big goal for 2024. Yeah,
we have it in record, eh?
Yeah,
still live streaming, and it's forever and
forever and ever. Yes, okay, so that is covered. Okay, before we carry on, if you weren't here earlier, just if you've got questions for us, just start leaving them in the chat, and then once we're through all of the chatting, we'll get to your questions. Okay, so we have a question for you.
We have a question for you.
What do you guys want to see from us? Do you guys prefer the more like travel vlogs, the informative travel vlogs? Do you enjoy our more like casual day in the life vlogs, like this most recent Christmas one that we shared?
Or a mix
of both? And are there any specific cities in Mexico that you'd like to see us go to? Because we have not planned anything for 2024, and we're getting to that soon. We will explain why. But if you guys can just let us know if we can have like 3 different cities next year that we can get to, that would be ideal. But we want to know what you guys want to see. So that's what we had to ask you. Okay, do you want to introduce our next part of this?
What is the next part of it? Okay, awesome. So as Simone was mentioned, sorry, I'm being
not used to sitting on the floor.
Yeah. So as Simone mentioned, ever since we started our YouTube journey, it's been more than amazing. It's been such a exciting learning curve, and we have learned so much from being a content creator and the industry too. But something that probably people doesn't know about is how much effort and how much time and money gets involved in that.
To like create the videos, like it takes a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of equipment. And when we started this journey, like I mentioned, we literally it just happened. It's not something that we like saved for, planned for, strategized, nothing. We just kind of like went into the deep end and started this.
And I would say fortunately and unfortunately, I would say more like unfortunately, if you are not like the big YouTube people there having like hundreds of thousands of views, like YouTube itself, it's not actually like,
so it doesn't provide
too much. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why we start to like diversifying more our streams of income in terms of creating something more like business
like
business wise.
building a business for ourselves
Like,
where we can create resources to help you guys outside of YouTube,
Exactly.
creating that foundation of a business outside of the YouTube channel.
Exactly. And of course, one of our main personal goals is start to have a family in the near future, and having something like YouTube and what we are doing is not, I mean, it's going towards to our goal, but it's going on a slower pace that we actually want, or we actually um, have as an aim. But
So basically, we are going to keep on doing YouTube. We've got such a huge vision for it, and we have so many exciting ideas that we really want to execute. But just at this point right now, Giovanni and I are going to be turning 32 next year, and we really, really want to start a family. But YouTube is not; it hasn't yet been that thing that's been able to help us build up like a foundation for us to be able to think about starting a family. So Giovanni will be working full time.
Actually,
He started like this week.
Yeah.
Which has been such a huge change. Like, we've been together 24/7. I'm gonna start crying. We've been together literally. You can talk because I'm gonna cry.
We've been together for almost like together almost 24/7 for almost 3 years.
4 years.
Almost
4 years.
Almost 4 years, and it's been an amazing journey. I think we've learned more than the years we've been together in our relationship, with each of us having a full-time job. And but now we know that the this is what we want. We want to actually get our goal. Like, our goal, no matter what the situation it is, we wanna achieve it. So I had to. I'm not taking for the road on the side. If not, I'm just trying to bring some of, like, a little bit more of income towards to our main goal that we have in life. So Simone and I we will keep doing for the road for as forever.
Yeah,
Forever. But of course, there's not gonna be like a weekly video post, because
we just don't have the time for it.
Yeah, and even if we were by ourselves, having a video, a weekly video, it's
very hard.
It's very hard. So we'll be keep posting.
Yeah.
At least once a month. We will be doing that. We'll keep posting in our social media as well, as much as we can too. But yeah, I'm actually working at, I'm not gonna say where, because I have
an NDA.
NDA.
He kept saying I had to sign a DNA.
I'm bad with the acronyms.
Yeah, but it's been a very big, in the last week since Giovanni started working, it's been such a big change for us. Like, to not be together for like 9 hours of the day is so hard. I'm not gonna lie. I've been missing you so much, and Ted has been missing Giovanni so much as well. Shame. Ted just sits by the window all day long, sulking. So sad.
Yeah,
but it's fine. And you know what? It's just part of the journey. We're not taking it as like it's the end of the road. It's not the end of the road. It's just a part of the journey, and we'll look back one day and we'll be like, oh, remember that one time. So we're just taking it like that. I'm not going to say that it's been easy so far. I've like cried every single day this week, but
it's part of the journey. I think everyone who has an aim in life has a goal. Sometimes the it's not linear. You sometimes have to go like in zigzag and like in divert roads. But I think it's part of life.
It's part of it, yeah. And I mean, if you guys have ever started a business, or I saw that Milton's on the move, and the comments are going quickly, but we know there are fellow content creators on here watching as well. You guys know, like, it is so hard to run a business and to grow to a point where it is a reliable income. And anyone who has become a successful business owner will tell you that, like Giovanni said, it's never linear. You always have to, go through twists and turns, and there's so many things that you have to learn. And I suppose this is just also another way for us to grow as individuals. I'm really, really grateful that Giovanni's taken on the task of earning some good money for us now. And I'm going to be taking on For the Road full time, which is quite daunting because it's a lot of work. Like, those 20 minutes that you guys watch on the screen takes us days and days to put together.
Yeah.
So it's also a chance for me to step up my game a little bit, get a little bit more efficient. Yeah. But we're hoping that this chapter of For the Road doesn't last too long because we love YouTube.
1 second.
I don't know. We love YouTube. We don't want to give this up at all. We love what we do. We just need to pull back a little bit, hopefully just for this year, maybe 6 months, maybe 9 months. I don't know.
Sorry, we're promoting other things. I don't know what happened.
What is going on here? Look, move your head quickly.
Beso.
Okay, so we mentioned that. Okay. So that was our news. We don't really have anything else to say other than, Christmas is going to be sad. I'm going to be alone in our house.
I'll be there. It's going to be a little bit late. Not really. I don't know my schedule yet, but.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so some of you guys submitted questions via the Google Doc. So we don't have your names particularly, but we do have those questions that we're going to be answering quickly. And then whatever questions that you guys leave in the chat, we'll answer after that. So someone asked, so to the person that asked where I got my sunglasses from, where I got my wedding dress from, and what sunscreen I use, as soon as this live is over, I will put all those links in the comments and we'll pin it to the comments. I went to check the wedding dress, I suppose, because I got it like 2 years ago. They don't have it anymore, but you'll have the website, so I'm not sure if you can make any requests or anything. Okay, and then someone was asking with like the heat here in Playa, how do we deal with like getting rashes and getting sunburns and stuff? In all honesty, I try to avoid midday heat. I think this is specifically for me because my sensitive skin. I try to avoid midday heat at all costs. And honestly, I don't care what I look like. I literally walk around. Just laughing because it's true.
You look like a diver, like.
I walk around with my SPF bucket hat. I've got my full sun shirts. Anytime we leave the house when the sun is out, like in the middle of summer, I don't care what I look like. I just cover my skin. I actually often walk with an umbrella as well, so that's what helps with the burns. And then with rashes, there's actually a lot of so coconut oil. We buy natural coconut oil from Sam's Club. Great for skin, but also there's a lot of aloe vera plants all around Playa. Literally, we've got quite a few in our complex. So I just go and cut a few leaves and apply aloe vera. Top tip though, don't get aloe vera on your clothes. It will stain it forever. So aloe vera, staying out of the sun as much as possible, using all of the sun protection, umbrellas. You can get UPF umbrellas, which are fantastic, which means that like the rays are not
hitting your
essential.
your skin.
When you've got skin like Giovanni, he can go out all day and he comes back and he's just like a shade more golden. I come back like a lobster if I'm not very proactive with my sun protection.
I was designed for this
area. Okay. Another question. The Tren Maya. Any info on that?
So it's quite interesting. I think the Tren Maya is something that I think you started like what?
It started this weekend.
This weekend, yeah.
They did their soft launch.
They did soft launch, but I think the soft launch still going for a month and a half. Something like that?
Yes. So as far as we know, they did the soft launch this weekend, and they'll be running that all the way through until the end of February, and then February is like their official launch. Yeah. Although anyone can purchase tickets now, but they're just like kind of working out the kinks. Again, I will leave a link in the comments after we finish this. There is one YouTuber, I think, Mexit Plans. He went on the very first trip this past weekend, and he made a really informative video on it. So, you go and check that video out. Like, he shows you what all the stations look like. He shows you what the train looks like. Looks really, really beautiful. But I think his whole journey took like 8 hours or something, where it should have taken an hour and a half. I think they've got a lot of kinks to work through. So if you are counting on using the Tren Maya, I don't know, anytime before March next year, just keep in mind that it might take a hell of a lot longer than what you're planning. But theoretically, the Tren Maya should only take about an hour and a half from Cancun to Merida, which is amazing, because otherwise Cancun to Merida is about 5 hours, no?
By bus, yes.
bus,
Yeah,
yeah.
by bus.
So-
So, yeah,
So theoretically, it's going to be a game changer in this area, but it will probably take a while to like work out all the kinks and figure it all out.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we are trying to see where we can actually fit in our agenda to see and check it out.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, in January we definitely
Yeah,
will
I
take
think
a
I saw a
trip.
comment there, and we were going to try to see what's the really like viable option for us to go and check, because I think it's very interesting. But we would like to go when it's officially launched and there's not a lot of flaws, so we can provide a good information.
Yeah,
Because
like
if
the most
someone comes,
accurate
yeah, if someone
information.
comes right now, there's not much information about, because it's still working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hello from the Philippines. Oh, hi. That's awesome. Okay, what else? There was another question. Okay, the parking app. So, Mueve Ciudad.
Well, we don't know. We received a comment about they having some issues with the parking app. We were thinking about it was, I don't know which app, but like it was our map or it was the
No, it's the
That's it,
parking
okay.
parking app. So sorry, like I said, we don't have the names attached to these questions, so I'm not sure if you're on here. But someone was asking about there's a parking app in Playa, because there's not a lot of parking available in the streets of Playa. So there's certain plots of land that they've designated that are like attached to this app, and then you can have the app, and then you can set up your payments through that app, so you're able to go and park in those spots. So this person said they were struggling. Giovanni's brother actually has this app, and he pays via Apple Pay. He connects it via Apple Pay. So I don't know if that helps you, but yeah, we don't have personal experience with it, but
Yeah, this is just in order to have these things attached to your tires, so you don't have to go and pay. You don't have to pay the fine to be released. So that app works perfectly by your mobile. So
Oh, I just want to take an intermission. We were supposed to the Cozumel video.
yes,
We were supposed to freaking post. We have such a fun Cozumel video that was supposed to go live this weekend. Do you know what happened on Friday, the day before it was supposed to go live? The whole freaking project corrupted. Gone. 5 days worth of editing work. Gone.
For some reason, that's one of the struggles that as a content creator can happen to you. I mean, luckily we learn our lesson for many other things, but we always have backed up at least double all of our projects. So
that one was not backed up.
Well, that wasn't backed up, but at least we have the footage. We can still work on that.
But that was like 5 days worth of editing work, and I was so proud of that video. It was so good. But anyways, that's the first video that will be coming out in January.
And the last question on the form.
Yes, before
do you have it?
Oh, there's 3 questions still.
Say those ones and then I.
Okay, so someone was asking about what are the options for transportation in Playa on the, you know how we always explain it, there's the fun side of Playa where you've got the highway and the fun side, and then the not fun side where most of the locals, including ourselves, live.
Exactly. If you have watched Back to the Future, on this side of the highway, the cars fly.
Yeah, they kind of do. So there's not really there's the taxis, which if you are using the taxis, we'd either recommend having radio taxi, which is moving us on to our next point. Or if you are going to use taxis, always just confirm what the price is before you get into their car. That's like a golden rule with them. And expect to be ripped off every now and again, because
yeah, but
that's
I mean,
just how it is.
Actually, in this side of the highway, in certain areas, there are these what we call moto taxis. I think in the Southeast Asia, someone from the Philippines joined us, so can agree with me with the name. I think it's called tuk-tuks.
Yeah, there's kind of like 3-wheel motorbike turned vehicle thing. They've also got those.
They have those ones, but I mean, they're not pretty safe as per my understanding.
Yeah.
But
and other than that, if you don't have a rental car, you don't have your own car, and you're not using taxis, there is the public van. To be honest, if you're not fluent in Spanish, it's kind of difficult to figure out how to actually move around. If it wasn't for Giovanni, I would have no idea. And they're very affordable. It's only 10 pesos per ride, and you can literally ride the whole circuit. It doesn't matter how far you go. The only thing is they're definitely not comfortable, clean, or safe. So, I mean, yeah, if you're fluent in Spanish and you're comfortable going on them, and when I say they're not safe, what I mean is they overpack them.
Yeah.
30 people, more than 30 people.
In
if
the
they
small,
can,
in the small one, what they
and-
call the combis.
Yeah, and they drive like crazy. So yeah.
And also one other thing in regards to that, it's the I forgot. Another way of transportation. It's more like for commuting, and they are called bici Playa, which are those Mastercard power bicycles. So those are actually very affordable if you do it for the entire year, because I think it's around 500 pesos, which will be like
$25.
$25 for the year, but it's only for commuting. So they have a little basket there to put your backpack, perhaps, and you can take it from point to point. So you only have 45 minutes to ride the bike until you can get to another bike and keep moving. It's just basically commuting bicycles, which is amazing. But as Simon says, in the middle of summer with the heat, can be a little bit like
pretty brutal.
Yeah, and also like there's not too much respect for pedestrians, so can you imagine for bicycles? So it's fine, but I think it's not like the safest. And we always we always suggest to use a helmet.
Yes,
when using those.
definitely. Yeah. Okay, so then moving on to radio taxi. I know a lot of you guys have commented saying that you are struggling to use the app. The thing with radio taxi that we figured out is you need to have a local SIM card in your phone for it to actually work, which you could just grab a local SIM card at any of the OXXOs,
7-Eleven, Walmart, Circle K.
They're super cheap, super convenient. You don't need any form of like identification or anything like that. In South Africa, it's like a process to get a new phone number. Anyways, so it's super quick and easy. So if you are trying to use radio taxi and it's not working, first check if you've got a local SIM card in your phone. Because as far as we know, if you don't have a local SIM card, it's not going to work. Yeah. There's one more.
So someone also actually this was on a comment, and they were asking us about what is the tipping culture in Playa del Carmen. I would say the tipping culture is it will apply more like the entire country. I'm sorry, I just have to move.
These old bones.
And getting pins and needles. Well, typically 10% is kind of like the way to go. If you are not able to tip 10%, it's kind of
10% is like the lower
standard,
end.
the lower end.
Yeah, I would say like 15% is probably standard.
Yeah.
20% is generous.
20%
yeah, but no less than 10%, I'd say. Just keep in mind that people earn peanuts here. They're specifically this area, workers in the service industry really do rely on tips. Like the wage, you guys would be shocked at what people actually earn here. So where possible, where you can, tipping really goes a very long way. Like without tipping,
and tipping and tipping in cash is like the better, because they go straight to them. It doesn't have to go through.
Yes. And sorry, there was also something on top of the tipping thing. Someone was asking about why are they seeing so many elderly people in the grocery stores at working as baggers. That's basically because these guys need to work. But the thing is, the grocery stores don't pay them at all. Literally, what they earn in tips is what they earn for the entire day. So if you guys are at the grocery store and an elderly person is bagging your groceries, please consider tipping them 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 pesos, whatever you can, because they don't get paid. I personally don't understand how that works.
They work on tips. Actually, the supermarket baggers, how you call them, used to be like teenagers, because I did it back in my 13-year-old, when I was 13-year-old. You just get tips. But fast forward in maybe 10 years ago, they start helping the elderly, so they start doing the bagging at the supermarket. So but I mean, that means two things. It's good for them, because they can start earning some money. But the other sad thing about it is the retirement system here, it's really bad.
Unfortunately, people that work their entire lifetime here in Mexico are not guaranteed a livable pension when they get to the end of their careers. So a lot of them end up having to do things like that, which is very rough. It's very rough.
Someone mentioned something funny. If you can't afford the trip, you can afford the tip.
Yeah. Okay, so that was all of the submitted questions.
And the last question, the last submitted question.
What?
The one that I'm rude to you by correcting your Spanish.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so someone commented that they think that Giovanni is very rude when he corrects my Spanish, and they noticed that I don't like correct his English. They basically said that he like pulls faces every time he corrects me. That I don't think that Giovanni's ever rude when he's correcting me. I think if he happens on camera to be like pulling a face if he's correcting me in Spanish, chances are very high that he's had to correct me on that exact word or phrase probably like 78 times already. So it's just like a humorous thing between the two of us. It's not coming from a place of being offensive at all. And then why don't I correct him on camera? I mean, I don't really see the need to correct him as like if it's something that I pick up often, you know. The other for the last few days you've been saying frosty instead of frozen, or and he said that once or twice or three times, and I was like, it's fine. And then on the fourth time, I was like, you know, frosty is not the word; it's frozen. You know, I mean, as long as he's making sense, I really don't see the need in correcting you all the time. That's actually one of the reasons that I don't correct him all the time is firstly it can be disruptive to our conversation. But Giovanni asks me so many questions all the time anyways. He's really got this drive to perfect his English. So, I mean, he kind of takes that initiative anyways. But yeah, if you feel like Giovanni's being disrespectful to me when he's correcting my Spanish, if he's maybe pulling a face, I can almost guarantee you that face is because he's heard this like 78 times before and he's just like, oh, Simone.
times 10.
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
So we should go on.
Yeah, so let's give us a second to, wow, thank you guys. So many questions here. Let's see.
Hello to
okay.
everyone.
Who made the moves towards something more than friendship? Oh, we right away. We like met on the dance floor, you know, like yeah. So right away.
Yeah.
So we met at Salsa Night. Salsa Night was in the Cayman Islands. In the Cayman Islands was every Tuesday night, and I was just learning how to dance salsa. So I was there dancing, and then I still remember like seeing him across the dance floor, and I was like, wow, wow, yeah. And then just like every Tuesday, we knew we would see each other there, and yeah, every Tuesday we would just kind of chat. Not really, you know, when you're on a dance floor, you can't even hear what the other person's saying.
I thought she was British because of her accent. I had no idea about South African culture at that point.
Yeah.
Now I have more of them.
Yeah. And that's pretty much where it all began. He asked for my number one night.
We see each other at the license.
Yes, so this was kind of coincidental. I went to get my car insurance updated. But what actually happened is I drove all the way there to the other side of town, and when I arrived, I didn't have the correct paperwork with me, so I had to drive all the way back home. And when I arrived, I submitted my new stuff. The lady said, okay, go sit down. And literally as I sit down, Giovanni walked through the door, and I was like, oh. Mm-hmm. So that was like the first time that we actually had a conversation. And then
well, we could hear each other for the very first time.
Exactly. Okay.
Hi from Northern Ontario.
Had some snow, legs froze, then thawed out. We're expecting a big snowstorm on Christmas Day. That is so awesome. Oh, that is so cool.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
I've been doing Duolingo, Simone. I would really learn a tad more than transactional. I want to really learn a tad more than transactional Spanish, then eventually conversational Spanish. Yeah, good that you're on Duolingo. It's about building those building blocks from the basics, and
So Melton's on the move. Michael and Laura.
Yes. Oh, you're gonna be here. July 6th to 21st. Would love to collab while we are local. Yeah, we would love to meet you guys in person. We have been in contact with these guys literally since the beginning of our journey. Yeah, it would be really awesome to meet you in person. That's the thing as a content creator is we make all these connections online, but then to actually get the stars to align that we're all in the same place at the same time and we can meet up is a whole different story. So when we can, it's freaking amazing. Yeah. It was actually my driver in Playa that spoke with English that told me that's how he learned English. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. You will do it, Simone. Thank you, Julie. It would be stinking cool if we could be friends on Duolingo. I didn't even know you could do that. That is so awesome.
You know what that means?
What?
You have to download Duolingo and start trying the
yeah, that's true.
First step. Hi, Sue.
Hey Sue, I have a random request. The video on how to rent a car and actually drive in Mexico. Cozumel, that Cozumel video that corrupted.
Yeah, we rented the car. It
Yeah.
wasn't Cosmo, but also we are
But yeah, we've got another collaboration lined up for
a rental car.
a rental car on the
Yeah.
mainland. So that Cozumel video, we didn't really show how to rent the car, to be honest. But the collaboration that's coming up, yes, we will make sure that we like share exactly how to go about it. Thank you for the suggestion.
Maybe story time. What's life
like for each other before meeting each other? That could be interesting. Yeah, because it was wildly different.
Yeah, definitely.
Puerto Vallarta. Oh yes, I would love to see Puerto Vallarta.
We actually visited Jalisco State, where Puerto Vallarta lies. We only did.
But we didn't make it to the coast.
No, we didn't make it to the coast. We did Guadalajara and pretty much down south the state.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
but Puerto Vallarta is like high on our list, and Oaxaca, por favor. Yep, Oaxaca is so high up there. I really want to go to Oaxaca, obviously for Day of the Dead, but we'll have to see.
Hola, Olga from the US. From in the US.
Like some more travel vlogs of other parts of Mexico. Yes, we're gonna make a plan as soon as we can. We are going to. I enjoy the travel vlogs. I spotlight neat locations and good places to eat. Awesome. We'll definitely continue doing more of those.
You see,
yeah,
my food places.
Or
like you really would love to see vlogs, days in the lab, how we felt moving to Playa for the first time.
Yeah,
that could be a great
that
idea.
Could be a good one. Yeah, this is probably a beautiful journey together. I'm sure it is a hard transition, but so many amazing things ahead for you too. Thank you so much, Angela. Yeah. Oaxaca or Chiapas next. Mix of both travel and day in the life is perfect. Actually, we've always wanted to go to Chiapas, but now that the Tren Maya is available, Tren Maya actually goes and stops in San Cristobal in Chiapas. San Cristobal,
yeah.
San Cristobal in Chiapas. So now more than ever, there is a serious chance that we might be able to make it there next year.
Yeah. We're supporting. Oh, thank you very much, guys. Fiber Live. Thank you so much.
Let's see. Any
more
questions? Can you make a video on the Tren Maya, like an itinerary to use it for visiting different tourist cities? Absolutely, absolutely. Next year, we're definitely, like we said, we want to just wait for them to work out the kinks a little bit, because we want to make a video that's going to accurately represent what the journey should be like. Like I said, that video that I'm going to link right after this video is done, he shared a lot of awesome information, but you'll see, like, the whole day was delayed by like 8 hours or something. So as soon as they worked out the kinks, yes, we absolutely will do that.
Daryl and Vivian, thank you very much for joining us. You are truly supporters of our work. Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words. We can't wait to meet you again.
Yes,
And
can you hello from the Philippines. Have you all thought about vlogging? Shout out to my pueblo. How do you say that? Valparaíso,
Zacatecas.
Saludos. Awesome. We would really love to see you go to Huatuco. Oh,
Oaxaca, right?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it looks so beautiful. There's actually a hotel. I'm not going to be able to remember the name of it, but there's a hotel that I've been eyeing there that I would love to be able to collaborate with. What are the best and most affordable wedding venues? Also, how to avoid scams. Is that a video you guys would be interested in making? What are the best and most affordable wedding venues? I don't know.
For that, I will suggest hotels. Hotel venues are, I think, the best option, because trying to secure a venue location like at the beach, if it's not in a hotel, I think it's a little bit tricky.
Yeah, if you're just going to be on the beach, like beaches are all public here, but if you're at one of the all-inclusive hotels, they're a little bit away from the public. If you're just going to go set up on a beach, you're going to have tons of people all around you.
And also to have it as in the hotel, doesn't mean that you have to stay in the hotel. You just can rent the venue for the wedding for the day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like Diana did it.
Oh, true.
Yes, one of my friends got married in one of the hotels here, and they just use the facility. So I think hotels will be the best. Beach hotels, even better. But I think those are the good.
I wish we had more information about that, but we got married in court, so we didn't even look at wedding venues, to be honest. Actually, Tomorrow is our 2-year wedding anniversary. Yeah. So we actually have, if you haven't seen it yet, we have a wedding video that we made of the day, and you'll see we got married in court. So we didn't actually go through the process of trying to find venues. So
okay, this question, I think we didn't read it.
You've said in former videos that a lot of great food trucks sell out quickly during the day. We were hoping to food truck hop for dinner in PDC on our trip. Are there ample dinner evening options? Oh yeah, most of the food truck actually with food trucks here, a lot of them don't even open up until 6 p.m. So as long as you're out and about by 6 p.m., you'll be fine. It's more like to the very end of the night, if it's a very popular spot, they tend to run out. But as long as you're out and about by 6 p.m., honestly, I wouldn't even bother trying anything before 6 p.m. Sometimes when we go out, there's a few food stands there by the vet. And they say that they open at 6 and they're only arriving at 6:30 to start opening up.
And they usually close like 1, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., like the latest or the earliest.
Yeah. And that's something actually I remember people asking about the marquesitas. They can't find marquesitas. Those stands also are not available during the daytime. I'd say about 4 p.m. is the earliest you'll start finding them setting up. So yeah, don't give up if you haven't found one. Just wait until a bit later in the daytime.
Or check our map. Our map, we have some
of the marquesitas, but still only after 4-ish. Agreed. We hope to collab in the future. You're both super talented and we love watching content. Oh, thank you guys. Doing a cenotes excursion before, so food before 3 p.m. isn't an option for us. Oh, so food before 3 p.m. isn't an option for us. Oh yeah, no, don't worry about like I said, the food trucks. So this is in relation to the food trucks question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry. Food trucks won't even be open before then. So you're not going to miss any of the food. Oh, where did all of these questions come from? Oh my goodness. Hold on. I got to get back. Have you taken the bus from Mexico City to Taxco? No, we haven't. We haven't been to Taxco yet. It looks so beautiful, but no.
I've taken the bus from Merida to Mexico City, and it's a very long trip, 24 hours.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Do peso prices change as the value of peso increases? Just exchange dollars for pesos for our upcoming trip, and I'm worried about conversion causing us to lose money in the long run. I don't know. You see, actually, we just noticed this evening we were at an OXXO, and this OXXO in particular had their exchange rates at 16 pesos 70 to the dollar, and the one by our house is 16.20. It really depends from location to location. Literally, even just between OXXOs, and that's like a big establishment, even between them, they've got different exchange rates. So
yeah, just as the best why I cannot speak, and just as a good recommendation is bring your dollars, exchanging here in the currency exchange places. That's the best option. Don't change it at the airport. Don't change it before coming to the country. Once you are in Mexico with your dollars, go to a casa de cambio, an exchange place, is where you're gonna get the best rates.
Yeah, totally agree.
Don't change it in your country,
if possible.
Yeah.
Which country has lower wages, South Africa or Mexico? To be honest, I've never actually had a job in South Africa. I literally left a week after I graduated university, so I can't speak from experience. But in terms of wealth between Mexico and South Africa, I would definitely say there's a lot more wealth in South Africa. So that might lead me to believe that wages are probably a bit higher there. But I don't know. I can't speak from experience, to be honest. Everyone, make sure you hit the like for the algorithm.
Like,
amazing.
Subscribe.
Thank you, guys. Okay. What else? Giovanni is the sweetest to Simone. Oh, yes, he is. I'm very, very blessed to have such a beautiful man. Any thoughts on doing a video in Belize? Yes. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yes. We really want to do maybe a 3-night trip down there to see the whole process of crossing the border and then actually going to see see that area as well.
Yeah.
Maybe some skydiving. I don't know. Let's see. Why is change cambio so hard to come by when... Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me read this question because this is relevant. Why is change / cambio so hard to come by when paying? I feel stressed when all I have is a 500 peso note.
I feel you, Chris. I feel you.
It is a huge flaw of the banking system here. I don't know why 500 peso notes exist, because anywhere you go, even OXXO, they never have change for 500. So that's a tip actually, if you guys are doing getting exchange, doing your exchange, getting money from Casa de Cambio or anything like that, and they try to give you 500 pesos, refuse it. Say, no, I'm not taking 500 pesos, because no one ever freaking has change here. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with that.
That's a fly sweater. What does it mean?
That's a fly sweater, Gio. Oh, this is ours. Show him the logo.
It's ours, actually. Look.
Yes, go to fortheroad.shop
you will see,
or fortheroadtravels.com, either one, and we sell that. Both of these, we designed them. And you can get them in multiple colors. This one also comes in gray. And
in gray
it's very nice, yeah. Hello, I found your videos informative. I'll be coming to Playa at some point in 2024. That's awesome.
Thank you, Walt.
He's funny. Hello from Canada. I'll be heading to Playa del Carmen on January 9th onwards. That's awesome. Any thoughts on Medellin?
Colombia.
Never been. We did, when we were living in the Cayman Islands, we did start planning a trip to Colombia, and we got all excited until we realized that I need a visa. And in order to get my visa, I would have literally had to have flown to Miami to get my biometrics done, gone back to Cayman, waited around to get my visa approved. Then we would have had to fly to Colombia. So that never happened for us.
But I recently found out, I don't know if it's true, I will need to do some more research. Seems like with her US tourist visa, she can get to Colombia. But
yeah. I don't know, to be honest, it hasn't been on our radar at all. So
Colima, definitely.
Colima. To be honest, I don't know much about Colima, but
Colima is south Puerto Vallarta, like quite a few hours, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, but definitely on the list.
Ducktree 360, lol, nobody has changed for a 500, you know it.
Oh well, if you think people doesn't have change for 500, we actually made a post 2 weeks ago, about there's a 1,000 peso note. So
if you get one of those, refuse it. Literally no one will have change for that. Yeah. I want to go to Guatemala. Yeah, Guatemala's awesome.
Yeah.
You're my favorite travel vloggers. Thank you, Gustav. Ola from Utah. Feliz Navidad. I was in Playa 2 weeks ago, and your map helped me so much. That's awesome. Thank you, Tracy. We're so happy to hear that. Gracias. I'm interested in exploring more of Mexico with you both. Awesome. We've got so many more places we want to go. Can you make a video on Belize? Another one. What's the news? Oh, hey, Anastasia. So we shared, so if you guys are hopping on late, we'll just share a quick recap of the news that we have to share. Giovanni has got a full-time job now, so we're separated. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for support and stability and moving towards our goal of starting a family. I really want a baby. But yeah, it's been very hard to be separated throughout the day. But anyways, so we're pulling it a little bit back on YouTube. But yeah, that's all.
We're still going.
Yeah.
Does Cancun have bioluminescent beaches like Puerto Rico? No, but Holbox has Holbox. And I don't know.
Holbox definitely does have bioluminescence, and I've heard that the best time to go would be when it is not a new moon. Yeah, when it's a new moon, because you want the sky to be as dark as possible. So yeah, Holbox, yes. Make sure you go when it's the new moon. Oh my gosh, 2 years already. Yes, 2 years married. If you take a taxi from PDC, will it take me to Tulum, or are they just confined within the PDC area? Oh, they'll happily take you to Tulum, but they're going to charge you over $1,000, I'd say. They will get crazy with those prices. So now that the Tren Maya is in operation, I would definitely say look into that. Or you've got the ADO bus as well, another option. Or the vans. Okay. Richie, do you want to come say hello? Yeah. So like I said, we're in Giovanni's brother's house. This is Richie, everyone.
No.
Okay, bye, Richie.
Gracias.
Yeah, so if you catch a taxi, they will be more than happy to take you from Cancun to Tulum, but they're going to charge you crazy prices. So if you can pay it, go for it. Otherwise, there are other options, such as the ADO bus. The Tren Maya. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, where are we? I've lost it. Look, someone in the chat told me the news. Okay. No, we read a lot about the scam by policemen. Is it that bad? I don't think so. Like, so the thing with the policeman is sometimes like late at night, if they like see you alone, what they might do is they might come up to you and say, "Oh, show me your wallet," and then they'll take all your money out your wallet. Yeah, it's I don't think it's that bad here in Mexico City. I've heard that it's really bad.
Yeah. Personally, we haven't experienced.
We haven't
anything.
personally experienced it.
Yeah.
It actually happened to Giovanni's brother last year. Bye, Richie.
Bye.
Where he was waiting for a taxi to go home, and the police pulled over and they said that they were searching him for drugs. But what they just did is took his wallet and took all the money out of his wallet, and there's really nothing you can do. But we haven't heard of many cases of that. I don't think it's that bad here. Yeah. Happy holidays from Chicago. Oh, hey. Thank you.
How's Chicago? Is it snowing? Someone told me that it's very cold right now. I don't know. I
can't wait until my sweater gets here. Oh, did you order a sweater? That is awesome. Merry Christmas from Minnesota. Okay, I'm losing it. Hey guys, hello from Canada.
What kind of work he will be doing? Nothing illegal.
Nothing illegal, but he did sign an NDA, so we can't exactly share that. 1,000 pesos is real. I thought that was a joke. Yeah, it's real.
No, it's real.
You've barely in the 4 years that we've been here, I think I've only seen in real life those two that Giovanni posted. If you go look at our community tab, he posted a photo with them the other day.
Yeah.
You really don't come by them often, but they definitely exist.
Mainly for like big transactions where you go into the bank and then you want to get like a large amount of money, they will give you in well, depends on the banknotes you want, but they will probably give you 1,000 pesos, but change that.
Good freaking luck. Hi, if you ever want me to babysit, let me know. Absolutely. Oh, Auntie Anastasia. Have you ever thought of doing a video on the volcanic regions of Mexico? Oh, absolutely.
Puebla. Puebla, I think it's one of.
Yeah. Hey, Richie. Bye, Richie. Yeah, Richie's actually going to his work posada right now. So posada is a Christmas party in Mexico.
Yeah. It has a lot of background history.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's...
Yeah, basically everyone just gets together to drink.
Having a good time.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the Tren Maya? So, I mean, it is controversial in the way that they obviously had to tear down a ton of the jungle in order to make way for it. Mm-hmm. However, I do love the fact that there's now going to be an easier way to travel, not just in this region. I think so many people fly to Cancun, and because they've got limited time, people are kind of confined to Cancun, Playa, Tulum, Cozumel. They kind of have to stay here because of the amount of time that they could be in this area. But now with the Tren Maya, you can go to Campeche, you can go to Chiapas. I think it's really just going to open up tourism in these other states. And I think that's a very good thing for the economy, for the traveler experience. You know, if you are only coming here for a week, in the past, really Playa, Tulum, this coastline was really your only option. Now you could go see 2 other states, and that I think is awesome. So yeah, the jungle, more of that. Yeah. So the fact that the jungle has suffered, obviously that's not great. From what I've read, though, they're quite conscientious of the animals, so they are building like bridges over the train, apparently, to allow for natural like passage for the animals, which is good. But yeah, in terms of tourism, I think it's very good. Yeah. Okay, I think we've got let's answer 3 more questions, then I think we are.
Okay.
We're done,
Yes.
Yes, it's extremely cold in Chicago right now. I can imagine.
What's your favorite thing about Playa right now, and has it changed since you got here?
Right now, my favorite thing is the fact that it is not crazy hot anymore.
Yeah.
If you were here in summer, you'll know. This year's summer was crazy. I really, really enjoyed December. I think December in Playa is amazing with the weather. But other than that, what is my favorite thing about Playa? The jungle. We live right next to the jungle, and waking up to the birds every day is, coming from someone who grew up in like a big, bustling city, the fact that I now live like literally right next to the jungle. Favorite thing about Playa. And has it changed? Yes, absolutely. We've always lived on the side of the highway, and when we first moved here, there were no foreigners. Now there's so many foreigners. Yeah. So I mean, just in terms of like getting busier and more popular, I would say that's the only kind of like real change that I have noticed. Okay, so 2 more questions, and then
you're okay, Samantha. You can change your 1,000 pesos bill. So
Yeah,
you will be able to.
Yeah, you will. Just if you're going to try and pay at a street stand, no. But if you go to like a proper establishment, yeah. Happy early birthday, Gio. Yes, it's Giovanni's birthday on the 1st of January, guys.
25.
Hey?
How old?
You're going to be 32. Yeah, so that's another thing we announced in our newsletter. We've officially logged off of all social media from 2 days ago until probably the 3rd or 4th of January. So, yeah, we won't be on. But if you feel like sending him a birthday message on the 1st of January to wish this beautiful man a happy birthday.
Thank you.
You should have one day a week where you only speak, where Spanish is only spoken in the house. May pick up Spanish faster. That's actually a very good point. Yeah.
One day a week or
one day? No, 1 day a week.
No, one entire week. Okay. Well,
one more. Okay, last question from Nico. Will you host a group tour in the future? I'm kind of on the fence about this. I just want you guys to hear my perspective. So I think when you host a group trip, you have to be like really on the whole time. And I mean, depending on how many days, I think if we hosted a group trip, it wouldn't be less than 5 days. And I'm such an introvert. Like I could do a few hours around crowds and then I need time to retreat. So if we could set up the group trip in a way where there is a lot of downtime for everyone to just go and do their own thing, and then half of the day we're all together chatting, cooking together, touring, yes, that would work. But I also don't know how many people would want to join a group trip where we're only like available half of the time. I don't know. My social battery runs out really quickly, but it is something that would be pretty awesome.
We actually tried to do also group meeting, but because of the thing that I had to go back to work, so this is not allowed. We weren't able, but we're thinking in the future to do
like group dinners. But maybe a group trip, but it probably won't be next year.
Yes.
Yeah, if anything in 2025.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for us for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, all the support that you guys have shown us this year. Seriously, every single time you watch a video, you
share,
hit that like button, you
share, comment,
the support with our businesses this year. We launched our merch and we launched 3 new digital products and a website, and you guys have just been absolutely incredible in showing your support with that. All the coffees that you guys have bought us, all the gifts that you guys actually delivered to us in person in Mexico. Thank you, guys. Thank you seriously so much. We would not be sitting here right now talking to you.
None of us. Thank you very much, and we're very grateful for you all, and this journey has been more than incredible, and we hope 2024 of a lot of love, a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance, a lot of videos, and I think a lot of help for each and every one of you. We are actually very grateful for you.
So we are wishing you a very Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and a beautiful 2024 to all of you guys. We will see you then. Stay safe, have fun. I hope that you guys get to be surrounded by family and lots of good food. And we'll see you in the next one.
Hasta luego. Adiós. And